Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Chicago Bears. With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say so. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a fifth-round pick in the 2019 draft out of North Dakota State. It's Easton Stick.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances, like
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Stick looks to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
7 yards there and a first down. He's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This pass finds its way to Williams, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. First and 10, Stick. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now Stick, back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Stick back to pass. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Foles. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Foles. And Graham's got it. Complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Foles. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will get the football at the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Stick looking to throw. He'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bravo. Fair. Get it.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. 23 yards the pickup there.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. On 1st down, Dobbins, and able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll throw on 2nd down his Stick. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. 3rd down, they'll throw with Stick. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Second and goal from the 1.
64, weak. Rock it.
Check 99. Check nickel.
Hey, wahoo.
Second and 1. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
Ready?
Stick from the gun. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They'll try and sneak it here. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Right there, 56. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Foles throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there, sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense, kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist, you know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow, chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that. Downfield.
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this fight? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, it's King. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
So we got man. Go. Shoot.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
60 or. Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Yeah. Ready?
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder, later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now they'll run it with Cohen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down following a gain of 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Completes it to Miller. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. First and 10, Stick. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Stick. He completes it to Henry. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stick back to pass. And that is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They run with it. It's Kelly. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Stick. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Stick looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A shotgun throw for Stick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call, because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger offense making their way back out there. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Back to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Kelly. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
58 for Mike, 58.
Hey, box drop.
From the 16, Stick. He's got it to Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. A gain of 6 there on first. Foles, clock moving, trying to hurry everybody up to the line of scrimmage. It's caught. It's Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kelly. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Kelly. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Kelly. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Here's Stick looking to throw. He's got Allen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will,